You gotta be kidding me. I just started the recording and it's already blowing. It starts blowing air as soon as I start recording. Are you kidding me? Fine, at least I can sort these out and how I want to show it off. Jesus Christ.
Batman in the new Spotify audio series, Batman Unburied, Fallen City, premiering on Spotify later this year. And
I'm about to say screw it and just start the video. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Polar Bear. Batman Day took place today, and well, as at least of the time of this recording, Batman Day was today. I don't know when this video is actually going to go up. It should hopefully go up on Sunday, but if not, that'll be interesting. Today was a day full of surprises and great things in terms of Batman, a little bit of Superman. But in terms of Batman, it was awesome. We got pretty much every Batman Day exclusive comic book that we have. The only thing we didn't get was the Batman Day Deluxe Edition of The Long Halloween, which is going to be concluding this fall to, I think, well, next fall. I think it's 12 issues, so year-round. We have The Long Halloween. Now it's done. We have The Long Halloween... The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween coming up in the next year. And yeah, basically this whole Batman Day was about The Long Halloween. Last Batman Day, as you guys know, you could get this book. This is the Batman Day 608 of the Jim Lee variant cover. Has Batman Day on the back of it. It's pretty cool. I got mine signed, obviously, because, you know, I'm addicted to that kind of thing. But today we're going to go over the comic books. We're going to go over everything that I got. And, yeah, because I also did bring in a pretty decently sized haul. But I'm going to go over the Batman Day stuff first because I'm sure that's what you guys want to see. Mainly, I mean, you guys might want to see the haul too. But this video is a whole 2-in-1. It's a whole Batman Day special. And it's a comic book haul. That is... mainly Batman comics and a couple Superman comics. But mainly Batman comics. Okay, so today we're going to start off with... Actually, what I'll start off with is the hardcover that I did get, which is Batman One Bad Day, The Riddler by Tom King and Mitch Gerads. The difference between this version and the regular version is it has a nice fancy dust cover, and that's it. Because if you take off the dust cover... it's just the normal book. And you want to know how I know it's a normal book? This is labeled as $19.99. But if you slide that dust cover off a little bit, $17.99. So, I have been fooled, I guess. Nothing about the story really changed. I mean, it didn't change at all. This is just a second printing, I guess, or that's what they're calling it. It doesn't even have like a Batman Day label or anything on it. It's just something that came out for Batman Day. I did read this because I did get it. Well, I got this book a day early. I never read the original one. So I have read it already in advance, and it was a weird story. It wasn't necessarily bad. It was just really weird. And, like, the whole premise is that Riddler is just going to kill people if Batman touches him. And so, yeah, it was just weird. But I enjoyed it. I think I rated it on... This is actually a good time to plug the Shortbox app that I have. Not Shortbox. Comic Geeks. If you guys are on Comic Geeks and you search a Polar Bear, I'm there. My picture will be a little different. It'll be a picture of a polar bear. But you can see my reviews on there, and I did give it a 3-star review. So, yeah, that's... I I'm not going to say that's where I'm going to move most of my reviews, but I do review a lot of books on there and give them stars and whatever, just my own preference and whatever. But now we are going to go over the 3 free comics that you get for Batman Day. Joker the World, which I haven't read, so I can't tell you anything about it, other than I know that I think the story in here... Okay. So the story in here is all of the stories from different countries. Besides that, you know that. The country flag even shows up on the side. And it's just a bunch of short stories about the Joker. These ones are just not concluded. So you gotta buy, obviously, the hardcover or whatever came out. So, yeah. That's honestly just about it. Nothing really too special with the Joker of the World. It's not something I was really interested in, which is why I haven't covered it at all. So, yeah. The next book we have is Batman Wayne Family Adventures. This is a web comic that has recently gotten physical copies of its book. I think Volume 1 just came... No, Volume 1 came out a little bit ago, and I think Volume 2 just came out. These are a bunch of webtoons online that are made more towards kids, hence the family adventures. Well, it's family oriented, so it's family friendly. Let's put it that way. I've heard nothing but good things about it, at least from my friend who does enjoy it. So I'm excited to at least check out this comic. I'm not exactly gonna check out the webtoons because I don't like reading comics online. It is something I do not prefer at all. So yeah, pretty cool. Batman the Long Halloween Part 1. I don't know if it's the first full issue, at least compared to the one that you actually buy, but this is the first part of Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale's. Okay, not really, but this is the first part of the main stories of Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale throughout the years, talking about the Long Halloween, between Long Halloween, Dark Victory, Catwoman, When in Rome, and what is coming up to be Batman the Long Halloween, The Last Halloween. This is about... It's Batman Year 2, basically, except better. It goes on to talk about how Two-Face's origin is in this book. It's how Batman and GCPD went against the crime families, and it's just all around a good story. I think when I first read the actual graphic novel that I have, because obviously I wasn't born at this time, and I don't want to say obviously because I probably look old as crap to a lot of you, but it is it's a pretty decent story. I thought the movie was really good, so I do want to reread the story, and I have wanted to for a while. I just haven't gotten around to doing it because it is pretty decent. I mean, the deluxe edition that came out, which I did not get for this video, I am sorry, but it is $50, and right now we don't have $50 in our pocket to do that. I mean, I do have $50, but I'm not going to because I need it for other things. Shout out to Josh. Okay, next we are going to talk about the paid comic books that came out for the Batman Day. We're going to start off with the big facsimile. There's a couple facsimiles I did see. This is the one that I got. That was at least put on a file for this. And this is Detective Comics number 27. There's also a spiffy, normal-sized comic. So, like, I don't want to bring that book up. Like, comparatively, it is a bit larger. This is in like the Golden Age format. It even has like the paper is like newspaper-y. If you don't know, in Detective Comics number 27, this is also, I also wanted to make a video on this talking about if this might be a ripoff for $7.99. But that's neither here nor there, to be honest, because it's whatever you want to do. So this is the entire book. This is the only pages with Batman in it. So Batman's first origin story is 5 pages and on the cover. Which, I mean, if he's on the cover, he's on the cover, which is good. I don't know if I'd recommend this for $7.99. It does on the back. The only difference is that it has the barcode and whatever. Again, does not say Batman Day on it. Kind of disappointed in that. I like when things have the labels on it, but it is considered the Batman Day edition of the facsimile of Detective Comics number 27, the first appearance of Batman Commissioner Gordon. I wanted to say Alfred, but Alfred comes in like Batman number 2019, something like that. He comes in later. So that's the first one. I'm going to bring that one up last because it's not as relevant. We have Batman Elmer Fudd. Batman and Elmer Fudd, which is a Looney Tunes crossover. We have both editions here. The Noir and the regular colored version. Both have Joker Year One on the back for Chip Zdarsky's run on Batman. So nothing really cool. I mean, this one's in black and white, which I guess is cool. I've never read this. This is also the second book of Tom King for this Batman Day. It has Lee Weeks on art, which Lee Weeks is pretty good. But I will not lie, I have not read this book before, so I can't tell you if it's good or bad or if I recommend it or not. If you guys want to, I will tell you in like a video comment or whatever if it's good or not. Because I will read these. Well, most of these books. Some of them are filler, at least for the collection. But this one is something that I will read. And I guess I can let you guys know because, it's pretty cool. But it's the second Tom King book for this whole thing. So if you like Tom King, well, it's Tom King, Jeff Loeb mainly. So if you like Tom King, this might be something you're into. I'm split on Tom King. Some of his stuff is really good. Some of his stuff not as good. But this should be pretty decent. Usually it depends on his artist. Sometimes. If the stories are going to be good or not. But yeah. This is Batman The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, issue 0, which is a lie. It is actually the Batman special, the Batman Long Halloween special that came out a couple years ago for Halloween. I can't remember the actual name of it. Probably should have looked it up. I think it was just called Batman The Long Halloween Special. This one was actually the cheapest one. This one was $3.99. These were $5.99. Both these individually were $5.99. The Detective Comics was $7.99, and then the foil that we're going to show next was $10. So, this is honestly the cheapest of each of them. And unfortunately, for me again, I haven't read this one. I bought it, never picked it up and read it. I bought it because I was like, oh, this looks cool. And then I opened it. I opened it thinking it was going to be the first issue reprinted of Long Halloween, and then I realized it was a different story, and I was like, I'm not into that. How stupid am I? Very. But this is the Long Halloween prologue, so even though it's special, the Long Halloween, The Last Halloween has been in, not production, but it has been in the works for a couple years, and that was the prologue because they did reprint it here, which is probably why it's $3.99 and not $5.99. Because it is something that is just reprinted, so it's fairly affordable. It is the lowest price of a DC comic book that releases, so I'm not going to fault that. It's got a spiffy new cover, though, and a spiffy back, which is pretty much the same thing. No, that's not the lie. That's not the truth, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Now this is actually pretty cool. This is the foil edition of this year's Batman special, which is Long Halloween issue 1. So every year, at least for the past 2 years, I'm assuming that it's every year now. I think they did start it last year with this book. This one has the pages out of order, by the way. I just wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, this is this year's foil edition for this book, Batman Day. Not this book. It's Long Halloween. It's very spiffy and shiny. I'm going to get my fingerprints all on it for you guys. Very spiffy and shiny. And this is supposed to be an exclusive cover for just the Batman Day stuff. But also, something I figured out when I took it out of the sleeve, because it was in a thing, a bag and board already. I took it out. Because I want to look at the back, because the back usually has, Batman Day. This one had, a Batman symbol that said Batman Day, Special Edition, Jim Lee icons variants. No, that's what those ones say. But it was cool. And I was like, okay, I want to see what the back of this one says. Does it also have the Batman? No, it has a whole different cover on it. And it's freaking epic. I don't want to say that this one is cooler, but it is pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. It also has the Batman Day thing right there. So I'm all about it. It has the trade dress right here. This is the Virgin variant, which it's not very virgin on the back. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. I think this is one of the cooler ones that I've seen. This is it should be the whole story. Oh wow, look at that. Guess what? It's free. See, it's free, guys. They literally just stuck a free one and put a thing on it. That's so scummy. But yeah, so that is all the books. I wanted to see if there's anything interesting in here. Yeah, it even has like the back cover. This is on the back cover of the other thing. This is so bad. Okay, I can confirm this is the full issue. It does look like it's the full issue. So that's pretty cool. But this is the whole Long Halloween. This is everything that you can get for Batman Day, paid. So yeah, not bad. Let's do this so that way we can do a thumbnail. We will fan these out, and we'll. Okay, so that'll be our thumbnail. But yeah. So that is all the paid Batman Day stuff. Well, it's all the Batman Day stuff, besides the Long Halloween Deluxe Edition, which I did not buy because again, I'm not putting $50 down on that right now. Maybe some other day. But I do collect deluxe editions of books, and that is one that I do want to add to my collection. Just not right now. But yeah, so we're going to get into the actual haul of everything that I got. If I showed you like this, we would be here all day, because I did get... It was $17 comics, 15 back issues. So that's 32 comics that I don't want to hold up like this. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. So we'll be right back with you in a minute. Well, it'll be like 3 seconds for you, but it'll be like 2 minutes for me. Okay, and we are back. I really should have just not even paused the recording and just kept going with it, because then I'm the one editing this. But we're back. We got our little Batman helper with us today, and we're going to go over some of the comics that I got. 2 of them were Superman comics, but the rest of the 30 are mainly Batman comics. Some of them are crossovers between other characters, but we are mainly talking about Batman today. But I'm just going to go over this briefly. This is Action Comics number 9. This is one I had my eye on. They priced it at $20, but it was a half off sale. So it was $10, and I didn't want to pay full price for this, so I waited, and I got it. And then this is Batman. Superman 423. Sorry, I'm so used to saying Batman 423 because of, you know, the iconic cover and everything. But this is Superman 423. This is the first part of the Man Who Has... Or Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow. Later on, I'm going to do a review of Whatever Happened to the Man Tomorrow and Whatever Happened to the Caped Crusader. I just think that would be a fun video to do, so we're going to review both of them in one whole video, and yeah. Okay, so those are 2 Superman comics out of the way. They're gone. We're going to go over the crossovers, which is pretty cool. We're starting off with Batman vs. Predator, number 1 of 3 of the first series. The best one. This is the collector's edition. Oh, guess what? Batman vs. Predator number 1. Issue 1 of 3 of the first series. The Predator cover. And if you put them together like this, they're basically a connecting cover. So that's pretty cool. They were $1. So I said, hey, what's going on? Okay, and then we got Superman Batman number 10. This is the Jim Lee variant cover. It looks freaking sick. I'm not gonna lie. As you may know, this is one of the movies that is out. Animated movies that is out. Can't remember what that one's called. But it's a good one. It's got, you know who in it. Kevin Conroy, so it's good. Again, I just whacked the microphone, I'm sorry. Superman Batman number 4. This is Superman Batman Public Enemies, so I know that movie. Also a very good animated movie. I've never actually read the series, so I'm excited to actually read it. I say that, but I only have issue 3 and 4 of that, so we're slowly collecting these. I plan on getting the entire Jeff Loeb Superman Batman stuff. I enjoy Jeff Loeb, so can't complain. The last crossover book between characters is Trinity, issue 1. I have heard this book recommended over and over and over on YouTube. They're like, hey, you want to read a good Superman story entry point? Trinity. You want to hear a good Wonder Woman entry point? Trinity. You want to hear a good Batman entry point? Nobody said Trinity. But I've heard that it's pretty good. So we have issue 1. I'll read issue 1, see how it is. If it's good, try and pick up 2 and 3. If not, well, it was $1. Oh my god, I keep whacking the microphone. I'm sorry. We have Batman the Cult issue 2. And issue 3. This book is about, obviously, Batman going against the cult of, not Jason Blood. Oh, what was his name? What's his name? You'll never get away with this one, Batman. Deacon Blackfire. This is the one with Deacon Blackfire. And Batman gets captured and he's tortured and does a lot of things. This was referenced actually in the New 52. I think Batman Eternal. So that was interesting. They were $1 each and I don't have the books. I'm only missing, well, now 1 and 4. So we're going to check that out. We have Batman Gates of Gotham issue 3 and also issue 4. I don't know what this is about. As far as I know, it's a Dick Grayson story and is one of the last Dick Grayson stories. Dick Grayson Batman. So this guy right here. It's also written by Scott Snyder, which is basically the only reason I picked it up. I have issue 1 and 2 already, so I have issue 3 and 4 now. I just need to pick up issue 5. We'll read it. I don't know if it's going to be good. I hope it's good. But I've never really heard of this story, to be honest. So, I'm interested in it. I hope it's good, especially since I love Dick Grayson Batman. So I'm really intrigued, especially since it's Scott Snyder. Batman Universe issue 5. This is the last issue I was missing, which I think this was in another Batman dollar whatever. This one was paid for though. This one wasn't $1. As you can see, it has a price tag. But yeah, so I can read this entire miniseries now. So completed that miniseries. Now we're getting into more of the dollar books. We have Batman Legends of the Dark Knight Gothic, Part 1, Part 3, Part 4, and Part 5. I honestly have no idea what this is about. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. Don't know what it's about, and kind of don't care. But the reason I picked it up is because it has Grant Morrison's name on it. Grant Morrison Batman obviously being a pretty big favorite of mine. So I want to try this out. I have to obviously get issue 2. Well, it's issue, 7? Issue 7 of the series, so I can read the entire miniseries. If you don't know what Legends of the Dark Knight was, Legends of the Dark Knight was a whole ongoing series of... Well, it started out as Batman, like, year 1, year 2 stories that happened in between the main continuity of Batman and after he returned to Gotham. That's what Legends of the Dark Knight was, at least at the beginning of the premise. So, yeah. Like I said, just picked it up because it has Grant Morrison's name on it. I put this backwards, but that's okay. We have Batman the Dark Knight issue 19. This is all just a fit. Excuse me? Okay, well, we found that out in real time. I've handled this book a couple times and I never even noticed that. Okay, well, cool. Yeah, like I said, trying to fill out the New 52 run of all the books. We have issue 4, which is by David Finch. And issue 5, which is also by David Finch. And now we have Saga. The Saga of Ra's al Ghul, representing his classic clashes between Batman against Batman. So these are all reprints of Batman from like 232 to 245. Is basically what this miniseries is on. We got issue 1, issue 3, and honestly my favorite cover of it all, issue 4. Look at how sick that looks, man. It's so good. Yeah, they were all $1, which was insane. I did try and pick up issue 2, but it was $8, minus 50%, so it was $4, but I already spent enough today, so I was like, we'll skip over that for today. So we got all those. This is like the coolest one because it has issue 244 in it. There's the kiss between Talia and Batman. And this actually does have a canonical death of Batman. And he returns because of Talia giving him Lazarus and goes to fight Ra's. That's cool. Now, we get into the most controversial section of this video. And I'm sorry the air conditioning kicked on. One of the worst, but it's so good series of all time, because I needed to also fill out my run of this particular writer. All-Star Batman and Robin, The Boy Wonder, issue 5. Now, if you don't know, this run is infamously bad. Great artwork. Really good memes. But I need to finish my Frank Miller run. So, we got issue 5 of that, issue 6, issue 7, and issue 8. I have issue 9, 1, and 2, so I'm missing issue 4 and 10, technically, because that was released, so that for that run. And then we finish out my DKR3 with Batman, or DKR3 Book 3, Book 4, Book 5, Book 7, because I have 6, Book 8, and Book 9. Now, I feel like I'm going to reread this whole thing, because I did read it in 2019, but it was all in one day. I was also working at the time, and I just needed to hold the enter button for like 30 or 40 minutes because this piece of work was just so big that it didn't even really matter. So I just kept holding it and the thing kept lagging, so I was like, alright, I'm going to read it at the same time as I hold this. And so I read the whole entire thing. I didn't really absorb it? What am I trying to say? Absorb it. So I'm going to reread the entire thing. I'm also going to reread All-Star Batman and Robin, The Boy Wonder when I get that. When I get issue 4 that I'm missing. But yeah, that is the entire haul. This recording software has been going on for long enough, and it's already going to be a 40-minute video I have to edit because of a lot of things that I had to do. So I don't want to edit more than I have to be honest. But that is the entire of everything that I got for Batman Day. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, let me know. And tell me, did you guys get anything for Batman Day? Did you guys do anything for Batman Day? I mean, not that you could really do anything besides read Batman comics, I guess. Maybe even play the game. Or get some awesome Frank Miller Batman books. But if you did, let me know what you got. With all that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. And don't forget to keep collecting those comics that you like.